Good evening, my impatients. How are you all doing? So, obviously, I have the suspicion the HIV accident from January 2020 was premeditatedly done to betray me. If that's true, could somebody communicate and take accountability and tell me it was not my choice? Can somebody just tell me the fucking truth? But they say nobody had premeditated intentions to hurt you. You're having a little bit of an emotional tsunami right now. If the opposite is true, communicate. But we've had this fucking broken record for the past 6 years. Just toggle the switch to off. If they betrayed me, communicate enough, But apparently, somebody said, Horn Dog says it was never a choice. Did they really premeditatedly give me an HIV scare and pharmacologically abuse me? Was it really orchestrated? I mean, all kidding aside, was it really done to me? I mean, all kidding aside. Let's not feed the delusions. I want honesty and transparency here. Did they betray me? Was I betrayed by my parents, family, and everybody? Horn Dog says it was a receipt for the intergender wrestling circa 25 years ago. That's what I suspect, but is that really the truth? Is that really the truth? Horn Dog says you already know the truth. I want somebody to communicate and corroborate. Well, according to the mental health professionals, they say, you and you alone chose to take HIV PrEP. It was not betrayal by your parents and family and so on. It was your choice in an accident. No one had premeditated intentions to hurt me. If they did, communicate, but apparently they did not. So I feel like my mother's sadistic. I feel like my stepfather's sadistic. Just communicate. Just tell me the truth. And apparently they are. Apparently they are telling me the truth, right? Just fucking communicate. But apparently they are. Apparently I'm having an emotional tsunami right now. Apparently I'm having a little bit of an emotional tsunami. Nobody betrayed me with premeditated intentions. If they did, tell me, but they did not. Yeah, just. Somebody says, did they make you take them? Just tell me the truth. If they had premeditated intentions to hurt me, just tell me. But apparently they didn't. Apparently they didn't. So somebody says, what you need more antipsychotics and psychiatric medications. Okay. So here is some artwork that I created. So this one is called Wild Animal. I'm riding the wild red horse. And she says to me, prepare for the ride of your life. Prepare for the ride of your life. And I look like I'm about to be thrown from the wild red horse and land on my neck and maybe become a quadriplegic. So he says, why is the sun sad? I guess because the wild red horse is rambunctious, galloping ferociously and wildly. So he says, just like Superman. Yeah. Somebody asks, is this animal your stepfather? I don't know. I didn't intend for it to be my stepfather. I don't think it's anybody in particular, but the animal obviously has black hair and black eyes. The next one. This is me with Ellie today. the art class buddy. Um, and I think this is pretty cool. I think this is pretty cool. Somebody asks, why do I label myself as a man child? Well, because I don't have a job. I don't have financial independence. I'm dependent on my parent at 38 years old. That's why, I'm like a child in a lot of ways. I'm like Peter Pan. So, yeah, that's something to keep in mind, I guess. And I'll share with you a picture. I was actually planning on deleting the picture, but since I do everything in bursts of 3, I decided to not delete the picture. And here's the photograph. When I shared this, Erie said, "Oh my," which makes me believe there's something wrong with the picture, but I can't see anything wrong with the picture. Is there something wrong with this picture? Pizza Pasta says, "Laughing my ass off." What's so funny about this? Somebody says it's a little suggestive, I think. I guess. But okay, cool. So I guess the photograph's a little suggestive, but somebody asks, do you get SNAP benefits and SSI? Yeah, I get SNAP benefits. I get disability too. Somebody says you should make that photograph your dating profile photograph. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I started off this live stream having an emotional tsunami. Actually, interestingly enough, thinking my mother, father, and stepfather betrayed me, I called up my father tonight for the medication. I was just really nasty to him because my mind was going haywire that, I was betrayed and they premeditatedly, pharmacologically abused me. And, I was just really nasty to him. And so he says, what triggered the tsunami? I'm not really sure. But my mind started going haywire. I've been doing so good lately. I've been doing so good. So, yeah, try to realize I have not been betrayed by everybody. Try to realize everything's okay. Somebody says, call your father and apologize. He's a sick man. Yeah, I really should call and apologize. I'll talk to him tomorrow. I really should call and apologize. Yeah, I was a little nasty to him tonight. But the reason was delusions. Delusions, I was betrayed and pharmacologically abused, but that's no excuse. Somebody says, I didn't yell at him, but I was giving him angry stares and I was answering his questions coldly and nastily. I didn't yell at him, though. Somebody says, yeah, I don't have a lot of time left with my father, so don't be nasty to him. Yeah, that's right. I should even see him. I should even see him. Maybe I could go to the mall with him and record some content. I really got to spend some time with my father. Oh, I wasn't really aggressive. I was just thinking, since I don't know if it's a medication issue or if it's a thinking everybody's betrayed me issue, but I feel like I get into these moments where I think I was betrayed by my parents, step family, friends, everybody. Literally everybody betrayed me, and my mind goes haywire. And I don't know who's trusting me, and I don't know who's telling me the truth. And I'm like, did they pharmacologically abuse me for sadistic reasons? And my mind just starts spinning out of control. And somebody asks, why do you get like this? Well, I don't know why I think I'm being deceived by my parents. I don't know why I think they're not being honest and transparent with me. But apparently they are. Apparently it's delusions and psychosis. So try to just calm down. Try to just toggle the delusional switch to off and come out of the emotional tsunami. Let it be says you saw your friend Ellie today and you were in a good mood. I watched the live. Oh, why didn't you? Oh, you watched it after the fact. Why didn't you comment? Yeah, we went live today and nobody was there. And Ellie said it was dead as a funeral home. Like nobody was like it was just complete silence. Yeah, somebody says I'm sorry I missed it. Yeah, we had a fun day today. I had a fun day with Ellie. I had a fun day with her, and the fun shall continue. Yeah, but yeah, the fun shall continue. Somebody says, any updates on your sinus issues? Well, I'm going back to the doctor at the end of the month. Whew. All good, all good. It's all good. Maybe I should call back my father and apologize. Should I do it tonight or tomorrow after the gym? I usually call him after the gym. I don't know. Maybe I'll call him back and apologize. I'll tell him, hey, look, my mind was going haywire. I was thinking the HIV thing was premeditated. Um, Horn Dog says, call and apologize. Yeah, and I think it's the right thing. Um, and somebody says, tell your father you love him too. Yeah, I think I should really apologize for this. Yeah, I don't know why my mind does this, but it's assuming there was no betrayal, it's just too bad, right? Somebody says, call your father, tell him that you genuinely care. You're a good-hearted person. Let it be wants to know what happened with the HIV scare. Well, it's 6 years ago now. Um, I stepped on something and I chose to take HIV prep. Is the short story, and I was never at risk. Horn Dog says, call Dr. Copeland, the psychopharmacologist. I need to see him as soon as possible. I'm seeing him this month too. Um, Let It Be says, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it was ridiculous and unnecessary, and which makes me suspect it might have been organized betrayal by my family, but apparently it wasn't. Apparently it was just idiotic decision after idiotic decision. Horn Dog says, you're spiraling, Andrew. Yeah, yeah. Let It Be says, yes, it was so unnecessary. Somebody says, Dr. Copeland is the best in the business. You might need more medication. I know my father is pushing for me to take a mood stabilizing medication. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should take some more medication. Maybe it really is all delusions and psychosis. Kip says we want you to take even more. We want you to spiral and be complete. Kip, that's a nasty comment. He wants me even more crazy than I am right now. Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get going. I think I'm gonna call my father and try to apologize to him this evening for. I'll tell him I was getting negative thoughts that I was betrayed by everybody, and that's the reason I was so cold and nasty to him tonight. Um, Somebody says I don't think you're as crazy as they make you out to be. I don't think I'm really that crazy. Yeah, I agree with you, Kip. Somebody says people who genuinely and somebody says you got this, big dog. Call your father. Tell him you love him. Tell him you're sorry. Erie asks, what happens when you breathe in your nose? I think my sinuses are clogged. Yeah, it's a little annoying. I should really try to get the issue resolved. I should go to an ENT, or maybe the neurologist can do something. Somebody says, you did good today. You hung out, you socialized. Yeah, somebody says, call your father, tell him, apologize, and tell him you were in a bad mood. Somebody says, do you need surgery? I don't know if I need surgery. But yeah, I breathe through my mouth and my sinuses are all clogged. So, okay. All right, guys. Adios, my amigos and amigas.